Beyoncé winning Best Country Album at the 2025 Grammys wasn't about the music. It wasn't about talent, and it sure as hell wasn't about country music. This was about power, control, and a manufactured moment that the industry wanted, whether real country fans liked it or not. For years, country music has been fighting off industry outsiders who want to reshape it in their own image. The powers that be, record labels, executives, and Hollywood elites, have been trying to make country music more marketable to the masses, and nothing says mission accomplished quite like handing out country's most prestigious award to someone who's never been a part of the genre. Let's make one thing clear. This isn't about race. Charlie Pride, Darius Rucker, and Jimmy Allen have all been welcomed into the country family because they earned their place. This is about authenticity. Country fans have spent decades fighting against pop infiltration, and now the Grammys are treating country music like a participation trophy, giving out awards to people who barely dip their toes into the genre. And Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter winning Best Country Album. That was their boldest move yet. If the Grammys were actually about talent, album sales, or fan support, this wouldn't have even been a discussion. But let's be real. The Grammys haven't been about those things for a long time. Ask any real country fan and they'll tell you. This award was never about merit. This was about pushing a narrative, and anyone with common sense could see it coming a mile away. Beyoncé's album didn't dominate the country charts. Her songs weren't lighting up country radio, not until industry pressure forced stations to play them. Her fan base isn't farmers, ranchers, and blue-collar workers who have been keeping country music alive for generations. It's pop fans who wouldn't know a Hank Williams song from a Harry Styles track. Yet somehow, Cowboy Carter took home the biggest country award of the year? Make that make sense. If country music is really about staying true to its roots, why weren't artists like Cody Johnson, Morgan Wallen, Lainey Wilson, or Riley Green standing on that stage instead? These are the artists touring the backroads, playing the honky-tonks, and keeping the heart of country music alive. But they weren't the industry's choice. The industry had a different plan, and Beyoncé's win was manufactured from the start. Think about this. The same country radio stations that refused to play Texas Hold'em at first suddenly changed their tune overnight. The same critics who bashed actual country artists as too traditional suddenly couldn't stop talking about how Cowboy Carter was redefining the genre. Why? Because this was never about country music. This was about celebrity worship, about making a moment that fit an agenda, and the most frustrating part? The true country artists got robbed in the process. This wasn't about talent. This was about control. Beyoncé isn't just an artist anymore, she's an idol. There are actual church services in her name, fans who worship her like a goddess, and an entire industry that refuses to question her. And the music industry knows this. They use these cult-like followings to push their narratives. They tell the public that Beyoncé winning a country music award is historic, groundbreaking, and important, while completely ignoring the fact that it came at the expense of artists who actually built the genre. And if you dare to call it out, you're labeled as hateful, outdated, or on the wrong side of history. But here's the thing. Country music fans don't take orders from the industry. At the end of the day, country music doesn't belong to Hollywood executives. It doesn't belong to award shows. It doesn't belong to record labels trying to force a pop agenda. Country music belongs to the people, the farmers, the small-town workers, the families sitting on their porches with a cold beer and a George Strait record spinning in the background, and no amount of industry rigging, manufactured awards, or forced narratives will ever change that.